Good evening and welcome to our first ever Essential and Certified Consultants Roundtable Talk. I want to first apologize if I get interrupted or if you guys hear stuff in the background. My kids are next to me on their tablets because my husband is still not home from work. And so it's not quite their bedtime yet, but hopefully they'll be entertained and I will be able to talk to you guys for a little bit. I first want to start out by congratulating our top essential and certifieds for 2020. These are the top 5 consultants that had the highest PRV in all of 2020. So number 1 was Jessica Aguilar. Number 2 was Samantha Bowling. Number 3 was Mandy Nugent. Number 4 was Paige Pletcher. And number 5 was Leslie King. So congratulations to all of you for working your business in 2020 and having the highest PRV. Okay, so I started doing these trainings title specified because I felt like we're all at different points in our business, and sometimes if I'm doing a training, even though I keep it kind of like for everyone, there are stuff that essential and certified are not really doing or maybe not comprehending yet because you're not at that point in your Scentsy journey. So I kind of wanted to do this by title to help you guys work more on what you guys should be working on. So with that being said, we're kind of go back to basics. Last week we talked about goals, and I think it's very important that as essential consultants and certified consultants, you guys have to have your goal in mind, even if it's just to, hey, I want to do 200 PRV every month just to get $50 in commissions and my stuff for free and half off. That is completely fine. But you have to have that goal, because what I see a lot of times happen is you don't have a goal in mind. You're kind of just like, okay, I'm trying to learn everything. I'm trying to understand this. And then what happens is a month goes by, you're not active. Oh, it's okay. Nothing happened. And then maybe you're active and then you're not active. And then I see people losing their accounts. I see people putting it on the back burner. I see people that then when they want to really get into the swing of things, they're just not, their kick gets heavier. Like how we've said, the kick gets heavier the more you put it down, right? So first things first is you really, really need to sit down with yourself and say, why do I want to accomplish? Even if it's saying, hey, I just want to make this much money a month. Go back to your goals of your personal life, not your Scentsy goal, your personal life. What do you want to accomplish in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? I do apologize. I'm going to be drinking a lot of liquids because I'm not feeling very well. So my throat gets parched very fast. So like, what do you want to accomplish in the next 5-10 years in your life? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a car? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to pay off debt? Maybe you have student loans that you'd like to pay off, or hospital bills from having kids. What is it that could change in your life that would make you maybe a little bit less stressed, or maybe lift a burden off of your shoulders, right? For us, it's paying off student loans, credit card, and hospital debt. Like that's a heavy burden on us, because those are things that our credit cards, we've already have like the structure in our mind that's a monthly bill. But sometimes when things happen and we get a hospital bill, it's like we weren't budgeting for that. So it kind of gets like, oh, now we got a budget for this, and not every month do we have the money for it. So those things, sit heavy on our shoulders, right? So you really have to figure out what those things are, because those things that you want to accomplish in your personal life, Scentsy can be the vessel. Scentsy can be the vessel to help you. Like, let's say that you say, I want to buy a house in 5 years. Well, guess what? Scentsy could be a form of you saving up for that down payment or those closing costs, or paying off bills that you need to pay off in order to be ready to buy a house. Nope. On your tablet, please. So Scentsy could definitely be that vessel. And in order for you to do that, you have to have those goals in mind. You have to have that focus, because like I said before, if you don't, then it's kind of like you you kind of just do it. You kind of just wing it. And winging it is good, but winging it is not going to bring you the results that you want to see. It's not going to bring you consistent results, because you're not going to be winging it consistently. You're going to be doing it when you want to, when you feel like it. And granted, that is great. A lot of people want to work their business just when they want to. But sometimes when you're working a business and you want to build up something, you want to promote to director, or you want to really earn some money, some good money for to buy a house, to buy a car, all those things, you have to work when you don't want to. Like, you have to show up even on those days that you're not feeling all that great. There is times that like this weekend I took off because I needed to relax. Today I took the day mostly off, but I'm still had to do a couple of things that I couldn't leave for another day. So when you set these goals, which you'll hear us a lot say, like, get to know your why. Like, what is your why? That is your why. Your why will motivate you. Your why will get you to show up on those days that you really don't want to show up. Okay. Now, sorry. Now, I hear it all the time. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. And I think a lot of essential consultants and certified consultants, especially lately in 2020, you guys are working. You guys are going to school. We haven't gotten a lot of people that just stay at home. So I completely understand that you guys are busy. But I want you guys to understand that everyone is busy. Everyone has their own kind of busy. And so move from that mentality of, oh, she's successful because she does not work, or she's successful because she's married and has the help of her husband, or she's successful because she doesn't have kids, or she's successful because she only works part-time. No. Everyone is busy. I remember a few years back, actually not too long ago, was back in 2019, I would hear all the time, oh, like, like, you're promoting because, like, like, you don't work from home, like, you work from home, so you have all this free time. You guys, I was working from home. I still had one of my kids at home. I was working part-time with my parents. I was a young women's president at church for the youth. I was Girl Scout leader for my daughter's troop. My kids were both in dance and Girl Scouts. And I was PTO president. I was volunteering at the school all the time with my daughter's class. So just because I didn't work a full 40-hour job didn't mean I wasn't busy. I was filling up my time with other things that were also important to me. So it's very important that we defer ourselves from that frame of mind, because when we start comparing, we start like thieving ourselves from joy. We start like robbing ourselves, right? Not thieving. Sorry, I can't even process my thoughts. Sorry. Robbing ourselves from joy. So if you are a very busy person, you work a full-time job, maybe you have kids, maybe you're married, maybe you have more than one job, what you need to really focus on is building a 15-minute power hour. Work based on 15 minutes. So maybe you wake up 15 minutes earlier and you get something done for your business. Maybe on your lunch break, you take 15 minutes to work your business. Maybe before bed, you take 15 minutes to work your business. So then what you do is you make lists and you prioritize the things that are most important to your business. But this is a very, very set mindset. You have to set your mindset to, I'm going to get this done, because again, 15 minutes can be like, oh, I can get that done. It's only 15 minutes. I'll get that done later. And then we don't get it done. You have to be very like structured and saying, I'm going to do this so that I can grow my business. I've seen people that have been able to quit their jobs, and their husband has been able to quit their jobs because Scentsy provides for them and their family. So when you are feeling a little bit buried in all the things that you're having to do, and you're hearing me tell you like, oh, like just do 15 minutes, you might be like, Liz, I have so much on my plate, and I get it. I've been there. A lot of people have been there, but I promise you, if you put the effort, if you put the work in, you're going to see the results. You're going to see like, you're going to be able to reap what you sow. right? And so eventually you might be able to quit that job that you absolutely hate, or you might be able to go part-time so you can spend more time with your children. So when I tell you guys that it has to be a structured mindset, it's because it does. Like I've been a victim of this myself, where I say, oh, I'm going to do that later, and then I never get it done because I get busy. Okay. So you have to remind yourself, everyone is busy, but in between my busy, I can get things done, right? So in these 15-minute power hours, you're going to make your list and you're going to prioritize, and you're going to focus on your income producing activities. And you'll hear us talk about this a lot too. What are IPAs, or income producing activities? Those are the things that put money in your pocket. Okay, so those are the selling conversations, the hosting conversations, the join conversations, the follow-ups with your customers. They're very important. As essential and certified consultants, I want you guys to really understand, because in my first 3 years of Scentsy, I didn't quite understand this. You have to follow up with your customers. You have to. They are not always going to come to you. They're not always going to go to your PWS and order. It doesn't matter how much they love Scentsy. Guess what happens? They put their last cube of wax bar in their warmer, and they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta call so-and-so and order some wax bars. Let me go do that. And then their kid spills their juice, and oh my gosh, I gotta clean that up. Or their husband says, can you put that to dry? And then they forget. And a week passes by, and they're like, oh, I haven't called them to order more wax. You need to follow up with your customers, okay? You need to provide them with good customer service. That is how you will retain your customers. The first 3 years of my business, I didn't follow up with anybody. I didn't. And I lost so many customers. I don't have any of my original customers because I didn't follow up with them. So guess what? They found another consultant that would follow up with them. Our customers do not owe us anything, okay? They don't owe us anything. But if you provide them with good customer service, they will be loyal to you. I have customers that will call me from state fairs or county fairs or whatever and say, hey, Liz, do you have this bar in stock? I'm at the state fair and they have this bar, but I really, really want it. And I'll tell them, like, go ahead and get it. Like, I don't have it. It's a discontinued bar or whatever. But they're that loyal to me that they'll shoot me a text or they'll call me because they don't want to cheat on me. But I'm telling you, like, if you're providing them with good customer service, you're following up with them, you're letting them know what's going on in the Scentsy world at all times, they will be loyal to you. Okay. So I want you guys to to know this very, what do you call it? Like, I was gonna say frontal lobe, like in the front of your mind. If you don't take care of your business, it will crumble. I'll say it again. If you do not take care of your business, it will crumble. As your leader, as your sponsor, I can only do so much for you guys. I can text you, I can call you, I can message you, I can train you. But if you're not showing up for your business, there's nothing I can do for you, because I can't sell for you. I can't sponsor for you. You have to show up and you have to do those things in order to get your business to grow. And as you grow and you start sponsoring, your team is going to be looking at you. Your team is going to be saying, what is my sponsor doing? You can't ask your team to do things that you're not willing to do. So if you're not willing to work hard and sell $2,000 a month, if you are not willing to talk to people and ask them to join, if you're not willing to make samples, you can't be asking your team to do these things. Now, I will say this very clear. There are certain things that I don't do in my business that I still train on to give you guys the option. Like, for example, I don't make cute mold samples anymore. I only do felt, or I use my crinkle cutter. That's it. I don't have time anymore to do all the cute mold samples and all the things. Like, it just takes up a lot of my time. But I will still train people on it, because if they want to do it, if they have the time to do it, they have maybe the ability to put one of their teenage kids to do it, then they can do that. I have little ones. My little ones cannot do samples. Like, they help me bag them up. They help me put them in like envelopes, but they can't help me make samples. So there are certain things that I will still train on that I don't do. I don't do a lot of Facebook parties, but I will still throw that out there in trainings, because hey, someone might have, like, that might be all that they do is Facebook parties. They might have really good luck with that. So as you grow and you start sponsoring, which we'll be talking about sponsoring as these trainings go on and all that kind of stuff, your team is going to be looking at you. So you want to make sure that you're showing up for your business. You're going to attract seekers to find joiners. So you're going to have to be very open to see like who is looking for an opportunity, who's saying on their Facebook that they hate their job, or that they wish that they had some extra money to get some shoes that they really like, or a purse. Or maybe someone that's like, man, I really miss like hanging out with the girls. Like I don't have any friends where I'm at. When you see those things, then you can talk to them about the blessings of Scentsy and show them how Scentsy can bless their lives through what they're looking for. So when you started this business, like you put your social security in, right? You put your social security in, you joined for whatever reason, right? You had your goals, you had your why at that moment. Maybe it's that your sponsor asked you, maybe it was that you wanted to get the discount, maybe you just thought it was a great opportunity. But when you purchase that kit, guess what? That doesn't do anything if you don't put it to work. Okay? You have to put it to work. You have to get those catalogs out, those testers under people's noses. You have to showcase the products that you have. If you bought the $59 kit or the host exclusive kit, that's fine. That only brings one warmer. That's fine. Show them the warmers in your house. Get pictures off of Pinterest that show them display very pretty. Like go through the catalog and pick out like your top 3, top 5 warmers, and go on Pinterest and look up those warmers and get a picture that is styled. Do not get flyers, okay? Flyers do not sell. Flyers are spammy to people.
I don't like that Chinese food.
I try to use flyers as least as possible because flyers are spammy to people. So pick out 3 to 5 warmers and start showing them on your VIP page, start showing them on your stories. You guys, you have to put your kit to work. It will not work for you by itself. Okay? You guys. Okay? When we're talking about being busy and how to simplify things, right? We're talking about all these things. So we tend to self-sabotage ourselves when we're telling ourselves that we have no time. But you guys, be honest with yourself. And you don't have to tell me this, but be honest with yourself. How many times a day do you go on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever other social media, right? I know I do. I know there's times where I'm on TikTok for an hour looking through videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could be working my business. So we are never too busy to change our lives. We are never too busy to change our lives, okay? But we have to shift that mindset. We have to be willing to put in the work to change our lives, okay? So if you have to wake up, like I said, 15 minutes, 30 minutes earlier, you guys, it's going to be a sacrifice that's going to pay off. It's going to be a sacrifice that in the future, you're going to be so grateful for. So stop telling yourself you can't and start telling yourself you can. That should be your like affirmation of 2021. Okay, I can do, I can, achieve, I can grow, I can, whatever you're telling yourself you can't. Because we tell ourselves we can't all the time, but we can. We can achieve anything that we put our mindset to. So, like I said at the beginning, this is going to be something that we're going to do every single month, but don't forget that we have the power hour at the end of the month with the entire team. And with that, our other directors will be on as well to do different trainings. We're going to be talking about different things. So if there's something specific that you guys would like to hear us train on, please let me know. I'm super excited to see what 2021 brings us. I'm super excited to see what we achieve. 2020 was an amazing year for our business, even though it was a year of surprises and a year of uncertainty, but we had some amazing things happen in 2020, and so I'm just super excited for this year. I hope that you guys take something away from this training, and if you guys have any questions about this training, feel free to reach out to me. and I will help you guys in any way that I can. Okay. Thank you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.